Hello and welcome to section 6.5, solving absolute value equations. I'm going to be going over some sample problems today, and then it's just a lot of algebra here. So I'm going to start with what absolute value is. Absolute value is how far a number is away from 0. Okay, so because it's a distance from 0. We never measured distance as negative. Distance can't be negative. For example, if I drive from work to home, it's 10 miles. When I go back, or home to work in the morning, it's 10 miles. And if I go from work back home, it's still 10 miles. It's not negative 10 miles. So the absolute value of x is equal to 4. The solutions are 4, negative 4, because they're the only two numbers who have a distance from 0 equal to 4. 4 is 4 spaces away, and negative 4 is 4 spaces away from 0. So the absolute value of x equals 7 means what number has a distance from 0? What numbers have, or what numbers are 7 spaces from 0? Spaces or units from 0. Well, that'd be 7 and negative 7. And that's your two solutions. Okay, obviously we're going to be working with a little more challenging problems, things that look like this. You're going to isolate the absolute value part of the equation first. So we're going to add the 9 to get 4. Once you have it here, the absolute value of whatever this is going to be positive and negative 4. So you're going to split it up into two separate problems. You're almost always going to have two answers for these. So if you only have one answer, it's probably that you made a mistake and you're missing one of them. So we have the negative 4 here, so that gives us 4. We have the positive 4 here, so that gives me 12. So here's another example. We're going to divide this one by negative 4 because this is negative 4 times the absolute value, so let's divide there. 5 plus 2x. And then once you have the absolute value part, split it up into your two different problems. 5 plus 2x is equal to negative 4. 5 plus 2x is equal to positive 4. I'm going to subtract 5. 2x is equal to negative 9. Divide by 2. X equals negative 4.5. Subtract 5 here. 2x equals negative 1. Divide by 2 to get negative 1/2. And for all of these problems, you can plug your original answer in. So let's say I take 12, plug that back in. 12 minus 8 is 4. The absolute value of 4 is 4. Minus 9 equals negative 5. That works. And then you can take this 4, plug it in. So 4 minus 8 is right over here. Sorry, I'm running out of space here. 4 minus 8 is negative 4. Absolute value of negative 4 is positive 4. Minus 9 equals negative 5. So you can check your work. This ensures that you don't get the questions wrong. I'm going to skip that, and I'm going to skip that, and I'm going to move to this guy here. Before I do anything, I'm going to solve this question here. So I'm going to move this down here for the time being. Okay, let's just solve this question here. And then I'm going to explain what all those notes represent. So I'm going to subtract 6. 3x plus 5 equals, that's a 6, equals negative 8, and split it up. 3x plus 5 equals negative 8. 3x plus 5 equals positive 8. Solve each one. Subtract 5, subtract 5. I have a nice fraction here, negative 13 over 3 when I divide by 3. Okay? And then subtract 5, subtract 5. 3x equals 3 divided by 3x equals 1. Okay, so now if I plug this in here, let's just start with this one. Let's plug 1 in there. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 5, oops, plus 6. So that's 8, absolute value of 8, plus 6, that's 8, plus 6, that's 14. Definitely does not equal -2. So what happened? I did all my math right, I plugged in, it doesn't work. Now the problem is right here. Okay, since we are talking about distance from 0, there is no number whose distance from 0 is -5, or negative anything for that matter. So, no solution. Alright, so going back to these notes here, how do you know if there's no solution? The absolute value of a number is never negative. So when an expression as it stands equals a negative, there are no solutions. And this is the example to go with it. Once you get right here, stop. I should write that in red, stop. Right there. You are done. You can write down no solution. So if you're solving the equation, let's say it's -2x plus 3 equals 4. Divide both sides by -2. Divide by -2. Absolute value of x plus 3 equals -2. You can stop right here. Okay. Isolate the absolute value. If it's negative, you're done. Absolute deviation, you can take a look at this. You can, if you want to do this, you can. I put this as challenge questions for the homework assignment. And there's a sample problem that goes with that. I'm not going to go over, I can go over an example in class with you guys with this, but I'm not going to explain this through the video. It's not a difficult process, but it looks more complicated than what it really is. And so I'll talk about this in class. So with your assignments here, these are those extra, and they're not really super challenging, they're just a little extra. So there's your assignment. Thank you guys for tuning in to 6.5.